Women in the workforce today are a force to be reckoned with. Those of you that work with us know what I'm talking about. But have you ever wondered where it all began? We all have heard the stories of past generations and how the women were domestic goddesses. But when and how did we go from being Mrs. Cleaver to making up almost 60% of the workforce? Would it shock you to learn that most of the opportunities for women were during the times of war? Let's start the beginning. Yes, I mean the very beginning of this great country of ours, the Revolutionary War. Our first Postmaster General, Benjamin Franklin, appointed Mary Catherine Goddard as Postmaster of the Baltimore Post Office in 1775. She was the first Postmaster of colonial America and served in this position until 1789, which also makes her the first woman Postmaster of the United States. Not only was Mary the Postmaster of a major city, she was also an accomplished printer and publisher. If you're ever in Washington, D.C., visit the National Archives Museum. There's this little known document there called the Declaration of Independence. Mary was commissioned by Congress in 1777 to print the first copy of the Declaration of Independence that included all the names of the signatories. Mary didn't just print the names of the signatories, she took it a step further and printed her name at the bottom as well. In history class, we all learned about Paul Revere riding from town to town to warn the colonists that the British were coming. But did you know that on April 26, 1777, Sybil Ludington, at only 16 years old, did the same thing? A messenger reached Colonel Ludington's home, exhausted and unfamiliar with the area, with news of the attack. It's not clear if Sybil was asked or volunteered, but she mounted up and traveled 40 miles from her home, by herself, steering clear of the British and Loyalists to alert the militia. Fighting on the front lines for women wasn't permitted, but even in our Revolutionary